everyone, welcome back to Let's Code to be a Java Programmer. Today is day 5 of our coding journey. In today's session, we'll explore some important concepts in Java type conversion, typecasting, and type promotion. These are essentials for managing different data types in your programs. Let's dive right in. Now, first, let's talk about type conversion. So, type conversion generally is the process of converting a value from one data type to another. Okay, so in Java, this can be done automatically or manually. Automatic conversion is also known as implicit conversion. Happens when you assign a smaller data type to a larger data type. So now smaller data type, larger data type. As we know that the byte range is from -28 to 127, the value of byte can be only in between of any of these between of these two numbers. Okay. So if when I say that here we have byte b as 23 and int a as 129. Now if let's say I just directly that is implicitly I give it as int a is equal to b, then if I print the value of a, it gives me as 23, because integer is a very big range and byte is a very small range. So when I assign a small range to a larger range, it gets converted directly. Its data type gets converted straight away. So this is known as type conversion, where I do data type conversion implicitly. So it is also known as implicit conversion. Okay. So I hope you understand, because the when you try to place 5 apples in integer basket, then you can, because it is a very big basket. Integer basically is, whereas byte you can only place 1 apple. You cannot use the basket which is used for storing 1 apple for storing 5 apples. The same concept goes here. In type conversion, you can only convert smaller range data types into larger range data types. You cannot be converting larger data types to smaller range of data types. Now let's say if I try the same thing in the other manner. Byte b is equal to a. Now b can be only of the range from -128 to 127, but the value for a is 129. Now will it get be converted into byte? No, it will throw me an error. So that's why we have typecasting. Now typecasting is also known as explicit conversion, where we explicitly state what we want it to be. Okay. So typecasting is the process of converting a value from one data type to another manually. This is also known as explicit conversion. You can cast a larger data type to a smaller data type. So basically the thing what you cannot be in type conversion, you can do it here, but you need to be careful because this can lead to data loss. Let me give an example for this. Now how typecasting will be done is, now let's take the very same example what I have taken earlier. Now let me convert byte to int. So byte b is equal to a. Now this part will throw me an error, but in explicit conversion, how you need to do is, you have to specify the integer value of a that should be converted into byte. So this is the syntax for this. So since you are explicitly mentioning here it to be as byte data type, it should be as byte explicitly mentioned. Okay. Now let's say we have 300 here, and how does int 300 will be converted into as a byte b is this 300 modulo of 256 happens. Now 256 is the range of this byte from -128 to 127, and data loss happens here because of this. Now also you can convert under this typecasting a float to double. Let's say float b is equal to 5.6f, and you have double. Now how you can convert it into double is double a is equal to double of b. So what happens here is the output will be as 5.6, the f will be removed, or also you can do the same thing as int. Under int, the values after decimal point will be removed. Okay. Now let's see what type promotions. Now let's say we have two values, byte b is equal to 3 and byte a is equal to 5, and we have int c is equal to a star b. Now what happens here is let's say we have 10 here, we have 30. Okay. So now what happens here is a and b both are byte. So byte into byte must give us a value of byte, right? But byte doesn't be greater than 127. But when byte b and byte a gets multiplied, it gives the value of 300. So in this case, it automatically gets converted into integer and it gets stored here into int c as integer 300. So this is known as type promotion. Now let's see the same thing and same concept in the Java code. So first, let's do type conversion. Int a is equal to 56, int b is sorry, byte b is equal to 45. Okay. Now int a must be something great. Okay, let it be 67 since it's implicit conversion. Now let's convert this byte into an integer. So how we will be doing this is int c is equal to b. Control S. No error. We have to print it so that we'll be able to see the output. 45. Now this byte is converted into integer and it gives us printed as 45. Now also you can do this as, but this is possible as said earlier only for small range to big range. Now let's do it same for typecasting. How typecasting will be done is int c is equal to int or let's convert. Now this integer is 678. which is great. Now let's convert it into byte. Now let's see what will be the answer. Now here of course data loss will be happening -19. So this is what data loss gets happen. Now the integer value what we stored here as 678 gets printed as -90 because of the typecasting what we have done. Now also this typecasting can be done for float value. Now let's store float. Now let me make this integer as float 678.7f. Now let us convert this float into integer. 678. So the values after the decimal gets removed and only the integer value will be printed. Now let's convert the same float to double. Let's see what happens. Instead of f, it gives the whole digital value after f. Okay, so this is known as typecasting. Now let's see what type promotion, how type promotion works. Byte A, byte C, okay. So int D is equal to A into C. Now it should give us byte, but since we are doing type promotion here, it gives us the output in the integer value. Control C, compile it, 300. Okay, so this is known as type promotion. That's all for day 5. Today we covered type conversion, typecasting, and type promotion in Java. Spend 15 minutes today practicing these concepts with different data types. Tomorrow we'll dive into more exciting Java topics. Thank you for joining me on day 5 of Let's Code to be a Java programmer. If you found this video helpful, please like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon to get notified about our daily coding sessions. See you tomorrow for day 6. Happy coding!